IELTS writing talks to feedback susuo. So Megonga, in some countries, more and more people are becoming interested in finding out about the history of the house or building they live in. So what are the reasons for this and how can people research this? So question is very specific. No? So the Megonga na bare two-part question. So the reason ကပါလဲပြမယ် research ဘယ်လိုလုပ်လဲပြောမလဲအဲ့ဒါပဲပြောအောင်ပါဘောเนาะအဲ့တော့အဓိကအဲ့မှာနည်းနည်းလေး off topic ဖြစ်သွားတဲ့ပုံစံမျိုးလေးရောက်နိုင်တဲ့အကြောင်းအရာလေးရှိတယ်စကားလုံးရေးတော့နည်းနည်းလေးလိုတာတက်များတယ်เนาะ300ကျော်သွားရင် it's not a very good approach so I would recommend you to keep down around 290 at most เนาะ290လောက်ဆိုရင်ကွက်တီပဲစကားလုံးရေးတော့ကเนาะ so အဲ့တော့ feedback အသေးစိတ်ပေးပေးပါမယ်so you try to paraphrase most of the words is a very good practice, no? But at the same time, you have some, sometimes it becomes very wordy, yeah? So the very first word that I notice is you keep using the words, which is, okay, wait a second, please, which is houses. Okay, so I keep seeing houses like at least 7-8 times. Okay, houses again and again, from places to places. Okay, so here for example, history of the houses and buildings also it appears again and again. So here buildings. Okay, so I keep seeing that again and again. So maybe try to use a different word, different phrase, or maybe you can try to use like property, So the so houses there, အများကြီးပဲလာလိုက်ပဲဒီအောက်မှာကြည့်လို့ရတယ်ဘယ်နေရာမှာလဲဆိုတော့ဒီမှာ houses, okay, and also the house and house and there are actually quite a lot. My house, here house. Okay, so because IELTS tests your language skills, so you need to try to give like how not to repeat yourself, right? So ကိုယ့်ကိုစကားပြောတဲ့အခါမှာရေးတဲ့အခါမှာပေါ့နော်ဒီစကားလုံးတွေပတ်ထောင်လို့ဘယ်လိုသုံးလဲဆိုတော့သုံးတတ်တယ်ဆိုတော့ပြနိုင်ပိုကောင်းလိမ့်မယ်နော်အဲ့လိုဒီမှာဆိုရတချို့နေရာတွေမှာဆိုမလိုပေါ့လေနော်မလိုတဲ့နေရာတွေမှာလည်းတော်ပြီး house တွေပြင်မဲ့ထည့်လာတော့ wordy ဖြစ်သွားပြီးအဲ့လိုဖြစ်လာတယ်ထင်တယ် so please be careful with it and so okay nowadays people from the same nations across the world so it is a bit too wordy okay so I won't write like this, okay? Try to use a different word like people become more enthusiastic. That's very simple, yeah? You don't need to say like some nations, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it is necessary. And nowadays it's actually a bit cliche, okay? Try to use like today or maybe like in recent times, okay? So recently you can say, but recently is not a very good choice here, but you can say in recent times or some other things, okay? So in investigating the past history of the houses or the buildings they accommodate. So accommodate business or provides house. For example, the school accommodates the students, okay? The university accommodate the students, or like the student may be accommodated, blah, blah, blah. So they accommodate or toနေရာပေးတာဖြစ်သွားပြီနော်အဲ့တော့မှားနေတယ်နော် in this essay I will discuss about that you don't need to okay and some of the reasons behind this interesting topic so words they will word you I will just recommend this and also people I keep seeing people again and again in almost every sentence, no? So please be careful with people as well. So here, people, you will see people here again. Yeah. So this is not a very good way to write an essay. So so please be careful with it. Such for the background information of the houses or like something, no? So there are many factors that ask people to go thorough research on the past. Alright, yeah, ဖတ်ကထောက်သွားတယ်ဒီလဲနော် so please try to use different way maybe like a research ပြီးသွားလို့ရှိရင် on the house ဆိုရပြီ on the buildings နော်ဒါမျိုးဆိုရပြီ past information ကမလို့ information ထပ်ပြီးတော့လည်းရေးကြမလို့နော်သိပြီးသားလေအဲ့ဒါမှာ they live in ပြီးတော့မှားတယ်ပေါ့နော် research on something ပြောရရှိ so they live in or are going to live. So okay, whatever that yeah, right. One of the okay. So one you want to use one of the you gotta use superlative adjective. Okay. So one of the most obvious reason is that no that you can use something like that. Okay. So is one of the reason we got my due to no so it's blah 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 so yeah legal issues that comes along with so YS with the houses or the property. You can say that the person, so people a person don't they? No, so try to use different words as much as possible. The person purchasing a house should be aware of and have full knowledge about the legal matters concerning with the previous ownership of the house. Ownership is very good words. And another point is that people need to check people again. See, need to check the resilience of the building they live in. For instance, if a house is remodeled after a fire outbreak in the past, it will have more or less impact on the structural durability of the buildings. Okay, so building again and again. Yeah, so houses but on a building ခုနကနော် underline ပြန်打ကြည့်ခြင်းပိုပြီးတိတာဝမယ်ထင်တော့ underline 打ပြလိုက်ပြီနော် so ဘာကိုစကားလုံးတွေဘယ်လောက်ထပ်လဲဆိုတာပြန်တိထားမိသွားလိမ့်မယ်နော် so ဒီမှာ people လည်းပြန်ထောက်လိုက်မယ် people okay so every sentence include people ဖြစ်နေလားမသိနော် in doing so right you can use other way. Okay, so in doing so it's more like a informal way of saying in doing so I will blah blah blah. Yeah, so people adopt multiple ways to check the past details of the houses by themselves or with the help of other people. One of the Malona of other people, or maybe like yeah, I guess you can write in a more simpler, like clearer, like a clearer way ရေးလို့ရတယ်ထင်တယ်ဒီမှာသိ clear မဖြစ်ဘူးပြောချင်တာရတယ်နော် so one of the easiest again grammatical mistakes the easiest method would be to use of internet to search for the information of the address so information again and again okay I keep saying like at least 4 or 5 times already please don't repeat yourself. Okay, that is why you got like over 300 words. No, don't repeat yourself. Yeah. So, however, there are limitations in the usage of the internet as full information again. Yeah, or history will not be available for all of the properties. Another way would be to have an interview with the people who have full knowledge about the house, for example, previous tenants, owners, real estate agents, or even the neighbors around the area. So like this, you can use instead of house, you can say area, or like yeah, it is not very transferable, of course, no, unless sorry, not transferable, interchangeable one, no. The diawinte don't we are more or less it means the same thing, right? So tenants, yeah, very good use of words. So maybe like for example, you can say such as, yeah, for example, is also quite okay. Yeah. In conclusion, I will write in conclusion, which is much easier. A house is a place where, so the grammatical error, but idea, I think, the off topic with ours, right? So people should try to use blah 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 blah. So your conclusion should be, should be the same idea that you've already talked about, and you try to conclude. You are not trying to extend your idea here. Okay, so conclusion လုပ်တယ်ဆိုတာဒီညီကုန်းချုပ်တာ idea အသစ်တွေတက်တဲ့တာမဟုတ်ဘူးနော် so idea အသစ်တွေမထည့်နဲ့ပြီးတော့ရင်ဟိုမိကုန်းကိုပြန်ပြီးတော့ paraphrase လုပ်ရင်ရပြီနော်အဲ့တော့ a house is a place where so you don't need to do that here ဓမ္မသားတွေလောက်ဆက်မလို့so conclusion is a bit weak and during this pandemic လို့မျိုးတော့မျိုးကတော့မထည့်တာပိုကောင်းမလားပေါ့နော် so for me I won't do that I'm not sure. Some examiner might be okay with it, some might not. So nobody wants to, keep reminded, okay, of that again and again. Yeah. So we all know that. And also like the whole idea is actually like you don't need to mention here. Yeah. So the word count is actually 310. So it's too much. Okay. So don't exceed 300. Okay. Because you are expected to write at least 250 words, which doesn't mean that you need to write over 300. Yeah. So please be careful with it. Okay. So အသေးစိတ်တစ်ချက်ကြည့်ကြည့်အောင်ဘာတွေဘယ်လိုပေးကြမလဲပေါ့နော် So I think you address most part of it, or you can say all parts, but some relevancy at the end, okay, in the end. So you have a very clear position, okay, but sometimes from time to time, you keep repeating yourself, okay, that is the main problem. So introduction နဲ့အဆင်ပြေတယ် body paragraphs နဲ့ကိုလည်းအဆင်ပြေပေမဲ့ဒီမှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်5 and 6ထဲမှာ somewhere ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် I will go with 5 but ဒီရှေ့ပိုင်းတွေတေချာလေး clear ပြနိုင်တာလေးလည်းရှိတော့เนาะ5 to 6ပဲထင်တယ်เนาะ so linking ပေါ့เนาะ linking တွေ coherence တွေကြည့်ကြည့်မယ် cohesion တွေကြည့်ကြည့်မယ်ဆိုရင်เนาะ overall progression ကတော့နေတူပဲရှိတယ် still some ideas are not very consistent, no, like နည်းနည်းလေးဟိုတချို့ဟာတွေမှာအသုံးနှုန်းပေါ့နော်ပြောမယ်ဆိုရင်တော့ခုနကဟိုမှာလည်းပြပြီးသားပါ linking လောက်ထားတဲ့နေရာလေးတွေကဟိုမဖြစ်တယ်နော် so again I will go with 5 to 6 okay 7 ရဖို့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့နော် you need to be very clear, like your ideas need to be very well organized. So here your ideas are organized in some faction, but still like ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့ခုနစကားလုံးတွေအတောင်းနှုံးနေကြမယ်ပြောမှာနော် so နောက်ဆုံးပြီးတော့ conclusion ကဟိုလက်ညှိုးထိုးစရာဖြစ်သွားတယ်ပေါ့နော် so like it draws attention နော် okay so about vocabulary I think you have quite adequate to sufficient နော် quite adequate တော့ sufficient လောက်ရှိတယ် but နော်ဘာလဲဆိုလို့ရှိရင် people ဒီလွယ်တဲ့ဟာလေးတွေမှာသွားပြီးတော့เนาะခဏခဏ repetitive ဖြစ်နေတာပြဿနာဖြစ်နေပြန်ရောအဲ့တော့ flexibility တိတ်မရှိဘူးဖြစ်တယ်တခါလေးဖက်ကတောင်းဖြစ်နေတယ် like introduction မှာလာ nowadays ဗာလဲpeople from different nations of the cross so like it's not flexible, okay, so this is very important, okay, please try to use the correct word for correct place and grammatical range and accuracy it's almost grammar, like grammatically there is nothing like oh no wait နည်းနည်းလေးတော့ရှိရနော်ဟိုနောက်ပိုင်းနေမှာမှားသွားရှိရ so as general ဘာတစ်ခုနှစ်ခုပဲရှိရ as well quite okay but again I thinkဘယ်လိုပြောမလဲ grammar အရင်ကြီးဟိုအဆင်ပြေနေတယ်ဆိုတဲ့ဟာမျိုးဖြစ်အောင်တော့ပို့ပြီးစူးစမ်းတင်နေတယ် so because like you are supposed to have a variety of complex structures, you have it, but the complex structures should not draw attention. Okay, so like is it correct? It's not correct. So အဲ့မှာမှားတဲ့ဟာလေးတွေပြန်ပြတာပြီးသားဟာလဲနော် wordy ဖြစ်နေတဲ့နေရာတွေမလိုအပ်ပဲရေးထားတာမျိုးတွေဒါတွေ actually sometimes it will affect accuracy နော်ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့ပိုရေးထားပြီးတော့အဲ့မှာပြန်ပြီး repetitive ဖြစ်သွားရင်ဒီဟာမှားတယ် grammar မှားတာ sorry ပြောဖို့ကြော်သွားတာ superlative degrees တွေမှားတယ်နော် so adjectives superlative adjectives တွေမှားတယ် so yeah 7 maybe 6 ဖြစ်သွားမယ်တင်တယ်နော် at most က 6 maybe 5 somewhere 5 okay so a superlative လောင်းမမှားပါနဲ့နော် one of the တော့မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် okay final score ပေးကြည့်ကြည့်ပါမယ်နော် so this doesn't mean that your writing is this level, but your piece of writing, based on this piece of writing, I'm trying to give you some suggestion and some feedback here. So ဒါကဟိုဘယ်လိုပြောမလဲ practice လုပ်ဖို့အတွက်ပဲပို့အကျိုးရှိအောင်လုပ်ပေးရပါနော် so task response girl I think I will go with 6 because you have a very you plan it well, I guess, no plan တေချာလုပ်ပြီးတော့ရေးရလို့ထင်ပါတယ် so coherence and cohesion ကတော့အဲ့အဆုံးသတ်လေးမှာရောနေတော့ I will go with 5 no ဒါတော့ဟိုဒီထက်ပိုကောင်းရင်တော့6ပေးလို့ရမယ်ထင်ပါတယ်နော် lexical resource ကတော့ကောင်းတယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ဒါပေမဲ့ခုနလိုမမှားစေနဲ့ပေါ့နော်6 to 7ဆိုတော့6ပဲပေးလိုက်ပါမယ်လို့တော့ဆိုတော့နော်ပို့ပြီးတော့ကောင်းစေချင်လို့ပါ so grammatical range and accuracy ကတော့5ပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့5.5ပါ so ဒီကောင်က7ထိတော့တိုးပေးလို့ရပါတယ်เนาะဒါပေမဲ့ဒီမှာတော့ဟိုဘယ်လိုပြောမလဲဒီ side note အနေနဲ့ပဲမှတ်ထားလိုက်ပေါ့เนาะအဲ့တော့မှပို့ပြီးတော့ဟိုနောက်တစ်ခါကြာရင်ပို့ပြီးကောင်းကောင်းမရေးနိုင်မယ်ထင်တယ်ဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့ဒီမှာအဓိက7ပဲရောက်နိုင်တဲ့ပြဿနာဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့လေ people တို့ဒီခုန information တို့ပြီးတော့ houses တို့ building တို့เนาะခဏခဏတွေ့တယ် at least like 7 or 8 times house solution say culture no so please be careful with it okay so anyhow good job and thank you for writing yeah so I hope this helps you